My girlfriend said, "Don't wait up. You get anxious too fast. It kills the vibe." I said, "All right." She left like she was untouchable. But an hour later, I got a message from someone she never expected to contact me. When she came home and saw who was sitting on our couch, she almost dropped her keys. I'm Adam, 32, and 5 weeks ago, I learned that sometimes the people closest to you are the ones hiding the most. My girlfriend Natalie and I had been together for 2.5 years. We met at a mutual friend's birthday party, connected over our shared love of hiking and terrible reality TV, and things just clicked. She moved into my place about a year ago. For a while, everything was solid. Weekend trips, game nights with friends, the usual couple routine. But around month 6 of living together, something shifted. Natalie started going out more. Girls' nights became twice-weekly events. She'd come home late, smelling like bar smoke and perfume, always with some story about drama between her friends or running into someone from college. I trusted her. Why wouldn't I? She'd never given me a concrete reason not to. But there were these small things that accumulated. The way she'd angle her phone away when texting. How she'd get defensive when I'd ask simple questions like, "How was your night?" The fact that she stopped inviting me to hang out with her friends, saying I wouldn't enjoy the places they went. The breaking point came on a Saturday night 3 weeks ago. Natalie was getting ready to go out. Full makeup, hair done, wearing a dress I'd never seen before. I was on the couch watching a documentary. "Where are you heading tonight?" I asked, trying to sound casual. "Out with Jess and Morgan. Probably that new cocktail bar downtown." "Cool. What time you thinking you'll be back?" She turned to me, and there was this edge in her expression. "I don't know, Adam. I'll be back when I'm back. I'm just asking." And that's the problem. You're always just asking. Don't wait up. You get anxious too fast. It kills the vibe. I can't have fun when I know you're sitting here checking the clock. I felt my jaw tighten. I don't check the clock. I just like to know you're safe. I'm a grown woman. I can take care of myself. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You make everything into this thing where I have to report to you. Asking when you'll be home isn't making you report to me. Whatever, Adam. I'm leaving. Don't blow up my phone. All right. She grabbed her purse and walked out without a kiss goodbye, without even looking back. The door closed with more force than necessary. I sat there for a minute, just processing. Then I went back to my documentary, but I couldn't focus on it. Around 10:30 p.m., my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. "Hello. Is this Adam?" A woman's voice, unfamiliar. "Yeah, who's this?" "My name is Claire. I'm Morgan's girlfriend. We need to talk about Natalie." My stomach dropped. "What about her?" "She's not with Morgan tonight. Morgan's here at home with me, has been all evening. We're watching movies." I asked her why Natalie keeps using her as an alibi, and Morgan finally told me everything. "Adam, I think you should know what's really going on." Update 1. I gripped the phone tighter. "What do you mean, alibi?" Claire sighed. "Morgan's been covering for Natalie for about 4 months. Every time Natalie says she's going out with Morgan and the girls, she's not. She's meeting someone. A guy named Ryan. Morgan told me tonight because she feels guilty about lying, especially since she knows you. For months. For months of lies. Who's Ryan? Some guy she met at a work conference back in January. Morgan says they've been seeing each other on and off since then. Tonight, Natalie's actually meeting him at that cocktail bar, but it's just the two of them." I felt like I was underwater. Everything sounded distant. "Why are you telling me this?" "Because I asked Morgan what she'd want if she was in your position, and she said she'd want to know. And honestly, I'm pissed that Natalie's been dragging my girlfriend into her mess. I don't want Morgan lying for her anymore." "Where are you right now?" "At Morgan's apartment." "What? Can I come over?" I need to hear this from Morgan directly. There was a pause, muffled conversation in the background. Then Claire came back. "Yeah, come over. I'll text you the address." I grabbed my keys and jacket. The drive to Morgan's place took 15 minutes, but felt like an hour. My mind was racing, trying to piece together the last 4 months. All the late nights. All the girls' nights. All the times I'd questioned my own gut feeling and convinced myself I was being paranoid. Morgan lived in a modern apartment complex about 20 minutes from my place. Claire met me at the door, mid-20s, short dark hair, concerned expression. Morgan was sitting on the couch, looking guilty and uncomfortable. "Adam, I'm so sorry," Morgan said immediately. "I should have told you sooner." I sat down in the chair across from her. "Just tell me everything. From the beginning." Morgan took a deep breath. Natalie met Ryan at a conference in January. She came back and told me she'd met this guy, that they'd really connected, but she didn't know what to do because she was with you. I told her she needed to figure out what she wanted, to either commit to you or be honest with you and end it. But she didn't do either. No. She started seeing both of you. She'd tell you she was going out with me and Jess, or sometimes just me, and she'd actually be meeting Ryan. She'd make me promise not to say anything. She said she just needed time to figure things out. 4 months to figure things out. I know. I kept telling her she needed to make a choice. But she'd say things like, Adam is stable and reliable, but Ryan makes me feel alive. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to blow up your relationship if she was going to end it with Ryan anyway. Claire jumped in. But she wasn't ending it. She was just stringing both of you along. That's why I told you. This has gone on long enough. I ran my hands through my hair. Does Jess know? Morgan shook her head. Jess thinks all the girls' nights are real. It's just been me covering. Where does Ryan live? Do you know anything about him? He lives across town. He's a sales manager or something. Divorced, no kids. That's all I really know. Adam, what are you going to do? I don't know yet. But thank you for telling me. Really. I left their apartment around 11:15 p.m. Sat in my car for a few minutes, trying to decide my next move. Then I made a decision. I texted Claire. Can you ask Morgan if she'll come to my place? I need her to be there when Natalie gets home. Claire responded quickly. She says yes. Give her 20 minutes. Update 2. I got home around 11:45 p.m. Morgan arrived 10 minutes later, Claire with her for support. We sat in my living room, the three of us, waiting. I made coffee, even though none of us really wanted it. We needed something to do with our hands. How do you want to do this? Morgan asked. I just want her to come home and see you here. I want to see her face when she realizes you told me. Then I want the truth, all of it, directly from her. This is so messed up, Claire said. I still can't believe she's been doing this for 4 months. I can't believe I didn't see it sooner. All the signs were there. Don't blame yourself, Morgan said. She's really good at covering. She'd show me screenshots of conversations with you to prove she was being honest about little things, to make it seem like everything was fine. We waited. Midnight came and went. 12:30. At 12:47 a.m., I heard Natalie's car pull into the driveway. My heart started hammering. Morgan and Claire sat up straighter. Keys jingled at the door. The lock turned. Natalie walked in, laughing at something on her phone, her heels in her hand. She looked up and froze. Her eyes went from me to Morgan to Claire and back to me. Her face went completely white. The keys slipped from her hand and clattered on the hardwood floor. What's going on? Her voice was small, uncertain. Sit down, Natalie. Adam, why is Morgan here? Sit down. She slowly moved to the chair across from the couch, not taking her eyes off Morgan. Morgan, what did you do? I told him the truth, Morgan said quietly. I'm done lying for you. Natalie's hands started shaking. What truth? We were just out. Don't, I said. Don't lie to me anymore. I know about Ryan. I know you've been seeing him since January. I know every girl's night for the past 4 months has been you meeting him. Morgan told me everything. Natalie looked like she might throw up. Adam, it's not what you think. Then what is it? Explain it to me. Make it make sense. She opened her mouth, closed it, started crying. I don't know what to say. How about the truth? Do you love him? I don't know. Do you love me? Yes. Of course I do. You don't cheat on someone for 4 months if you love them. You don't lie to their face every single day if you love them. You don't make them feel crazy for having normal concerns if you love them. I was confused. I didn't know what I wanted. So you kept both of us. Let me guess. I'm the stable one, the safe choice. He's the exciting one, the one who makes you feel alive. Did I get that right? She didn't answer, which was answer enough. Here's what's going to happen, I said, surprising myself with how calm I sounded. You're going to pack a bag tonight with whatever you need for the next few days. You're going to stay somewhere else, not here. Then over the next week, you're going to figure out when you can move the rest of your stuff out. Adam, please. I'm not done. You're going to tell Ryan exactly what you've been doing. That you've been in a relationship with someone else this whole time. See if he still wants you when he knows the truth. And you're going to stop using Morgan as your alibi. She doesn't deserve to be dragged into your mess. Can we please talk about this? Just the two of us. There's nothing to talk about. You made your choices. Now you get to live with the consequences. Natalie looked at Morgan, something desperate in her expression. You ruined everything. No, Morgan said firmly. You ruined everything. I just stopped helping you get away with it. Update 3. Natalie went to our bedroom, my bedroom, I guess, and started throwing things into a bag. I could hear her crying, slamming drawers. Morgan, Claire, and I stayed in the living room. After about 20 minutes, Natalie emerged with an overnight bag and her work laptop. Where am I supposed to go? She asked, tears streaming down her face. I don't know. Maybe Ryan's place? You've apparently been spending plenty of time thinking about him. I can't just show up there at 1 a.m. Then go to a hotel? Figure it out. That's not my problem anymore. She stood there for another moment, like she was waiting for me to crack, to take it back. When I didn't, she grabbed her keys from where she'd dropped them and left. The door closed quietly this time. Final. Morgan let out a long breath. Are you okay? No, but I will be. Thank you for telling me. Both of you. I'm really sorry I waited so long, Morgan said. You're not the one who should be apologizing. You didn't owe me anything. She did. Claire and Morgan left around 1:30 a.m. I sat on my couch in the dark for a long time, just processing. Then I went to bed, but didn't sleep much. The next morning, Sunday, Natalie texted me around 11 a.m. Can we please talk? I'm staying at a hotel, but I want to explain everything. I didn't respond. She called twice that afternoon. I didn't answer. Monday evening, she texted, I talked to Ryan. Told him about you. He broke it off with me. Are you happy now? I replied, I'm not happy or unhappy about Ryan. I'm relieved that I don't have to wonder anymore what you're really doing when you leave the house. Her. I made a mistake. I was confused and scared and I handled it wrong. But I love you. Can we please try to work through this? Me, no. Her. Just like that? 2.5 years and you're just done. Me. You were done 4 months ago. You just didn't have the courage to tell me. She didn't respond to that. Final update. That was 5 weeks ago. Natalie moved all her stuff out over 2 weekends with help from Jess, who apparently was furious when she found out what had been going on. Jess actually apologized to me, said she had no idea and felt terrible. I saw Natalie one more time during the move-out process. She tried to have a conversation, to explain her side, but I wasn't interested. What was there to explain? She chose to lie for 4 months. She chose to make me feel crazy for having normal concerns. She chose to keep both relationships going instead of being honest with either of us. I asked her one question. Did you ever actually feel guilty? She thought about it. Sometimes. But then I'd convince myself I wasn't really hurting anyone if you didn't know. That's the problem, Natalie. You were hurting me. You just didn't care enough to stop. She left after that. Haven't heard from her since. Morgan and I have actually become friends through all this. She and Claire came over last weekend for dinner. I made pasta. We watched a movie. It was normal and easy and uncomplicated. Morgan still feels guilty about not telling me sooner, but I've told her multiple times I don't blame her. She put you in an impossible position, I said. You were trying to be a good friend to her. That's not on you. Still, I should have told you. Maybe, but you told me when it counted. That's what matters. I've been doing okay. Better than I expected, honestly. The apartment feels emptier but also lighter, if that makes sense. No more wondering where she is or who she's with. No more that nagging feeling that something's off. My buddy asked me last week if I was angry. Not really, I told him. I'm more disappointed than angry. Disappointed that she was capable of lying like that. Disappointed that I wasted 2.5 years on someone who saw me as a backup plan. Do you miss her? I miss the person I thought she was. But that person never really existed. The real Natalie is someone who can lie to your face for 4 months without blinking. I don't miss that person at all. I heard through Jess that Natalie's having a hard time. Moved back in with her parents temporarily, struggling at work, trying to reach out to Ryan again, but he's not interested. Part of me feels bad for her, but a bigger part of me knows she made her choices, and these are the natural consequences. Me? I'm doing fine. Taking time to figure out who I am outside of a relationship. Going to the gym more, reconnecting with friends I'd let slide, planning a hiking trip with my brother. I'm not looking to date anytime soon. I need time to rebuild my ability to trust, to not second-guess every little thing. But I learned something important. When your gut tells you something's wrong, listen to it. I knew something was off for months, but I kept talking myself out of it, kept accepting her explanations, kept choosing to trust even when the signs were there. Next time, if there is a next time, I'll trust my instincts. And I'll be grateful for people like Morgan and Claire who were willing to tell me the truth even when it was uncomfortable. That took courage. They gave me my life back, even if it didn't feel like a gift at the time. Edit. People keep asking if I think Natalie ever loved me. Honestly, I think she loved the idea of me. Loved the stability, the reliability, the fact that I was a safe bet. But real love doesn't look like what she did. Real love doesn't keep someone as a backup plan. So no, I don't think she loved me the way I loved her. And that's okay. I'd rather know that now than waste more years on someone who was never fully in. Edit 2. For those asking about Ryan. No, I never contacted him. That wasn't my fight to have. Natalie's relationship with him is her mess to clean up. I heard from Morgan that he was pretty angry when he found out. Felt used just like I did. Can't say I blame him. We were both her second choices, just at different times.